Today we're going to make roasted chicken breast. So I have my mirepoix, my medium diced onions, my carrots, my celery, one garlic clove, black pepper, salt, and here's my bone-in chicken breast. So I have the breastbone, part of the keel bone left in there. I have taken out the wishbone, and I still have the skin on the other side. Very important for this roasting technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I have my pan that I'm going to roast the chicken in. I'm going to put all of my mirepoix in there in a minute. But before I do that, I'm going to gently remove or gently pull the skin back a little bit so I can put some of that delicious butter underneath the skin. That's approximately 1.5 ounces of butter. I'm going to put some of it inside, and then I'm going to put some of it with the mirepoix. And what's going to happen as the chicken is roasting is that butter will help baste the chicken breast. We're going to use a basting technique. So I've put the butter underneath the skin. I've made sure the skin is back over the chicken breast, and then I'm going to move to the next stage where I put the mirepoix into the pan. So mirepoix goes into the bottom of the pan. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pat the chicken skin dry. Honestly, I would do that before I put the butter in, but I forgot to do that in this case. So I'm going to season the outside of the chicken with some salt and black pepper. Both sides, skin side and the other side. Then I'm going to take all of my mirepoix, and as part of the other aromatics that I have is I have a small branch of rosemary, a little bit of fresh thyme, one bay leaf, and I'm going to take that garlic clove and I'm going to smash it. So there's my fresh thyme. I usually have fresh thyme in the garden. There's my bay leaf. So I went outside and clipped some fresh thyme this morning. With the side of the knife, I'm just going to smash that garlic clove. And then the chicken goes on the mirepoix, skin side up. I have preheated an oven to 425 degrees, and I'm going to put the chicken into the oven just like that. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to take my spoon. Oh, I have some extra butter I want to put in there with the mirepoix. So it's going to go in for the first time for 12 minutes. I'm going to carefully take the pan of chicken out, and I'm going to take a spoon, a metal spoon, and baste the chicken. Okay, so the one thing I forgot to mention is that you're going to stick a probe in the chicken to make sure you keep tabs on the temperature. But here's my basting technique. The butter is melted. This chicken has been in the oven for approximately 12 minutes. You can see that it's still very raw. So I'm just taking that melted butter and basting it over top of the skin. The probe needs to go into the thickest part of the chicken. You're going to cook it till it registers about 162 or 163. I know the correct internal temperature is 165 for cooked poultry, but I also want to give it time to have some carryover cooking so it doesn't overcook. So stick that in there, and remember your kitchen probe that you came with your knife kit is temperature safe. The probe part of it and the wire part of it is temperature safe. So it can go right to the oven just as is. You also set the temperature. You can see in the back I have it set to 163. So there it is. It's been roasting for approximately 40 minutes, or it doesn't much matter because the temperature probe goes off at 163. I have taken it out of the oven every 10 minutes or so and basted. You can see that the skin is crispy and delicious. So I'm going to take the probe out of the chicken. I'm going to let it rest on top of the mirepoix, And then I'm going to, there's no nice way to do it. I'm just going to take and tear that bone off the back of it when it's done resting. I'm going to slice it and eat it. And honestly, this chicken skin never made it to me slicing. I just ate the chicken skin. Hope you enjoyed this episode.